cherry chasing dot muncher. We got Tate on the left looking gorgeous in prison, and then on the right, Mr. Donald Trump.
What was the context of this?
Can someone also
don't
explain this to me? Because I don't even know what
does this even mean?
Cancel
Culture
podcast.
Welcome back to Cancel Culture, the podcast where we talk about some taboo topics in comedy and try to make you laugh without us getting canceled, especially the old white dude of the pod, aka my dad. We'll see if we can keep him uncanceled throughout this whole thing. I'm Jamie, and this week in my life, I had a mental breakdown. I've been in LA officially a month now. And I actually, speaking of Disney, we were talking about Mariana's Disney hat before. I was at work the other day and I was serving this guy. I was serving this guy who was a chef at Disney, at the Disney resort. And he was like super into the fact that he was the chef at a Disney resort. But the more interesting fact was that he was with this couple who, I'm like pretty sure they were swingers, but I can't prove it. But they were.
Why? What made you think that?
Just the vibes. They were just like really personable. They were too chill to be like normal. Not that swinging isn't normal, do what you want. But the one woman, they were like, oh yeah, like our son is in film. We got into the whole life story, and they were like, oh my god, our son is in film, he does like postgrad. And I was like, let's be friends, I love it. And then she was like, oh, and by the way, never pay for weed. And I was like, where are we going with this? And she was like, yeah, we grow weed. And I was like, well, screw your son, let's be friends. Just you and me.
But they're swingers this too, right?
Yeah, so we don't know that for a fact. They could just be chill.
Now you can find out.
I just assume that chill people are...
and see what happens, I guess. Right?
Yeah, I just think that all chill people are like sexually liberated, you know? So that was my week. And then on the ride home from work that night, I just started sobbing because I've been here a month and I was like overwhelmed by that fact. But that's all good now. I'm really happy and cool. Great. Elena, do you want to introduce yourself?
happy and cool. I don't know how to follow that. Well, I'm Elena. What's new in my life since we chatted last? Between now and then, I have finished 2 novels.
Ooh.
So that's how my life is going. They're really good. I'm into the like really nerdy fantasy stuff again, which is kind of nice. I can't wait to see the. Okay, guys, I finally read A Court of Thorns and Roses, which is like the book talkiest book ever. It was good, guys. It was actually really good. I was very surprised.
Wait, okay, Mariana, introduce yourself for the people because this is kind of your debut episode.
It is. Oh my god.
Little bit.
Hi, my name is Mariana.
Ooh.
I'm new. Like not really, but like I am.
No, you've been around.
Yeah, I've been around in all the right ways. Don't take that wrong, guys.
And now my dad, Evan.
Hi.
There hasn't been a whole lot going on this week, and I say that with our entire sarcasm because a lot has happened this week in cancel culture, I feel like. First, not the least of which is that our TikTok is almost banned. Has anyone else clocked this? Our TikTok has been...
Mine was banned.
Yeah.
What?
Yours is banned like every 6 months, though.
It was a 2-week ban. It was a serious one this time.
Oh.
Wait, but why?
Wow. Yeah, what are you saying?
Yeah, what are you saying?
You flashing
I didn't
people?
want to. No, I take clips of really assholey people saying something, and then I put it on TikTok with a title above it, and I just let it play. But because what they're saying is so bad, it gets banned.
Okay, stop doing that.
As if there's no commentary. Yeah, but the thing is
well, you should just have the commentary and then be like, if you're interested in watching the full video, I'll link it in the comments. But then like you just commentate on the shitty shit, you know? Then you won't get banned. I feel like that might work.
I like the other thing is I really just do it so I can do the captioning and then I can put it up on Twitter. So it's fine. I don't really give a shit about TikTok because it's impossible to thread the needle there. Why was our handle almost banned?
Yeah, we did a video on, we talked a lot about Andrew Tate last week.
We mentioned briefly on our TikTok that he went to jail, and they were like, hate speech against white men.
Yeah.
You have
Against
a third
him?
strike. Yeah.
Andrew Tate's fans, his incels,
Right. They complain.
on
Mass
TikTok,
report.
they mass report you if you say literally anything. They have like a Google alert.
Michael Knowles said this. He said some horrific stuff about trans people at CPAC or CPAP, whatever it's called. And I put it up there, and it's the same thing. It's like his fans attack it, and
Yeah.
and then
Talk
you
about
get taken.
snowflakes. Can we talk about that for a
I
second?
know.
Like, it's like all these fucking incel conservatives who get so butthurt when you say anything bad about their little cult leaders, and you're like,
Who are supposed to be
the-
these tough guys?
yeah, they're supposed to be these tough guys who can do anything, and you say one thing about them, and they're like, nah, ouchie, my feelings.
Yes. I also feel like they're the people who write the strongly worded Yelp reviews after they left like no tip. And
What is that?
ordered the same chicken tenders and still were like, this is the worst restaurant I've ever been to in my life.
So rude. So if a Karen is the female version who goes in and wants to talk to the manager, what is this butthurt?
A Chad.
What Chad? Okay, yeah, that's
A
good. I like
Chad?
that.
The Chad.
Chet, maybe
Wait,
a
guys,
Chet.
Chet,
Chet.
Chad, and Brad.
Wait,
Yeah, Chet
guys,
Hanks.
I Googled this
Brad.
man. I should have Googled him earlier.
Andrew
Because this
Tate.
man is
Andrew
half
Tate?
black. I had no idea.
Yeah, he's not
he's
not a
brown.
white man. Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks, guys, I feel like he's trying to catfish the peeps.
I
Come
do
on
want
now.
to touch on a couple of things that did happen this week because I think
Okay.
it's fucking funny. One, the fucking New York Post? No, the BBC. BBC released an article this week that said that the mental health crisis from the pandemic was minimal. And while I was having my mental breakdown this week, I saw this and it made me spiral even more because I feel like this is just a mass gaslight to everyone who endured the pandemic. Am I wrong?
No, you know
also
what
trending
happened?
is Epstein. Great.
I'm screaming. You know what happened is
What?
the mentally well people responded to this survey. So they got a response bias because everybody whose mental health was tanked did
They were
not take
busy-
the time to fucking do this survey.
No. They
face
were
down.
up at 3 a.m. on TikTok scrolling. They weren't searching BBC News articles.
Yeah, sometimes I think sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm totally doing fine mentally. And then I laugh at like a video of a pancake falling and I'm like, oh my God. Like that happened the
Yeah.
other day. It was like literally a video of a pancake like falling onto another stack of pancakes with like a song over it. And it killed me. Like I cried laughing
Classic.
at it.
Yeah.
I'm a vegetable.
I feel
it's really
like-
bad.
I love it. I love
I'm a
it.
vegetable.
I feel like I know my mental health is not great when I have like 3 dishes in the sink and I cry staring at them because I don't want to wash them, and then we'll like keep walking past the 3 dishes.
Yeah.
That's when I know I'm like
S-
peak.
I
Same
feel like this study is the same thing. Every step of every action to the pandemic has been this misguided. How can you
Yeah.
tell this soon after the pandemic
That's
what
true.
the mental health ramifications of the
Yeah.
pandemic, which is still kind of happening,
No, we're gonna have to interview
Yeah,
all
propos.
the like
and
0
everything
to-
we've once thought about everything is wrong about this thing, and
Yeah.
so like let's just let it play out, and then
Every,
10 years
like,
from now
two-
we'll know what the effects
every
were.
2-year-old to like 6-year-old in like 15 years is gonna be a part of like a case
Right.
study
Right.
about
Literally, it's
Those
a
kids who
longitudinal.
missed a
Wait,
year of
my
school,
favorite-
yeah, absolutely.
My favorite, I was just gonna say that my favorite is the readers added context they thought people might want to know. The
Oh, what
review
does it
did
say?
not look at lower income countries or specifically focus on children, young people, and those with existing problems. The groups most likely affected, experts say, and risks hiding important effects among disadvantaged
There you
groups.
go.
So they really said
who do
we
they
only
ask?
interviewed rich white people who didn't
Well-adjusted people who are
well-adjusted,
currently in therapy
previously
right now.
mentally stable white rich
Healthy
people.
families. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
so funny.
Really
That's-
comprehensive study, BBC. Really glad you released that.
Science.
Paul said, just take a Lexapro. True. At this
Just go
point, I'm gonna
touch
use something
grass.
stronger. Yeah,
Hug
just
a
go to
tree.
hug a tree.
Hug a
Who said
tree. You'll feel better. It's okay.
Right.
Just take a deep breath.
that?
Just calm down, okay? Just calm down.
Okay, we have a little short clip from TikTok to share.
Slaves built the pyramids. Slaves built the Parthenon. Slaves built America. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you.
What the fuck is that?
So it's just a cute little video that we found. I don't know what it's from. It sounds like Bo Burnham singing. I don't think it is him, but that's what it registered.
I think it sounds like they might be giants.
I know.
don't know.
Paul's right. They didn't even pay black people to be in the video. They did all these little white boys.
I think those were stock images. I think they rolled that under.
Yeah, I feel like
Babies.
they photoshopped the
No one was
small
paid in this
children over
production.
the background. For those of you listening, it was small children like jumping and cheering in front of like images of things that were built by enslaved people, and also
and then
just
the word slave.
and then the word slaves. I don't know where it came from. It just really struck a chord with me on TikTok this week. I feel like it's multifaceted.
I'm not gonna lie, it did take me to like the third time to realize it was slaves because I was like head banging and kind of vibing, and then I like put it together. So that's cool.
In a Schoolhouse Rock sort of way, I feel like it's using a catchy tune and cute images to sell the idea that, hey, just remember, this was all built by slaves.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even think that in depth about it. I think it'll just piss off all the white people, and that's what makes it really funny.
Right.
Because
There's that too.
See, the only part of this is that it is
The
pretty
South-
catchy, and I don't really want to be walking around screaming slaves. So maybe I'll have to turn it into slay for when I want to sing.
You know
that
what?
too.
it was a very inclusive
I
video.
think you should sing it.
because it talked about many different types of slaves.
Well, for our last segment of the day, Paul has prepared a little game-toid for us to play.
What kind of game?
I love games.
Paul's gonna introduce it. Paul.
All right, so here we are. It's the classic game. You guys all know it from back in the day. It's cancel culture. Who said it? So, as you can imagine, you're gonna have to take a guess. You get two options, and who said it? You're gonna quote. You get some nice images, and winner gets 10 points, and then the person with the most points at the end wins a grand prize. Get excited. It's really great. It really is.
Good. We don't get to
What
know.
is
It's a
it?
surprise.
What is it?
You find out at the end. It's the grand reveal.
Oh shit.
And
Okay.
I don't want to play it. Can I opt out?
Oh
No.
my god, you're so that's scared to lose. Come on now, you can do it.
so
Man.
everyone is their own team.
Okay.
If everybody gets it correct, yeah, everyone gets the points, and let's move into it. How about that? We all in agreement? We all understand?
Yes.
Okay, so number one,
I need
I say if you had a dick at one point in time, you also have all the bone structure that comes with having a dick. You have bigger hands, you have bigger shoulder joints. You're a fucking man. That's a man, okay? And we have two options. You see Mr. Joe Rogan bathing in ice on the left, and that's Ben Shapiro doing his best James Bond impression
Oh
on the
god. Both of these pictures are so
Oh, this is-
horrifying.
Yeah, both of them are.
I literally
And
can't look
the
at
nipple
Joe Rogan.
shape.
Joe
Yeah.
Rogan's his nipples are disturbing, but his
They
face
are
is even more disturbing.
worse.
He
Like
looks like a
his smile.
Snapchat filter.
So how do we answer? Do we each just
I-
go around and
Yeah,
answer?
yeah.
Think
Yeah.
about it, and then give your best.
All right, Joe Rogan.
I think it's Benny Boy.
I also think it's Joe Rogan.
I think it's Joe Rogan too. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Oh, my
Elena's the odd
man.
one out.
Damn.
Oh, god.
Right.
Rogan.
Oh
It is.
god.
All right, moving on
Um,
to number two.
Damn.
We got women cannot complain about men anymore until they start getting better taste in them.
Okay, now
Wait,
this
what?
one's hard.
So wait, so the options are Bill Maher
And you got Tucker Carlson on the
and
left.
Tucker Carlson.
From Fox News.
This is an interesting
say.
contrast because I feel like older Democrats, I should say, really fucking blow smoke up Bill Maher's ass. They love him, and I feel like they think that he's like super like still very like on their side, and I just feel like he's like ultra moderate, if not conservative in my eyes. But okay, women cannot complain about men anymore until they start getting better taste in them. I feel like that's Bill Maher.
I think it's Bill Maher too.
I think it's Bill Maher, yeah.
I know. I'm almost 100% sure it's Bill Maher.
Oh.
Because it's something he would say.
Yeah.
Look at that.
All right, well.
It's just a double-edged sword of like, yeah, they shouldn't complain about women, but also like you shouldn't be allowed to complain about anything because you're annoying, and that's
The
my
thing-
take on Bill Maher.
The thing is like just because you agree with someone on one thing doesn't mean that they're right about all other things too. And he's mostly a dick. He's
Yeah.
right about so a lot of things, but he's mostly
An asshole.
You know he wasn't right about whatever these highlight lowlight things are in his hair right now. Like what is happening?
Yeah,
his whole hair game is very straight. He's a very
his
very
hair game
straight
and his makeup artist should be fired because he looks bright fucking burnt
Yeah.
orange every time he comes on
Oh, and
TV.
the makeup on the show,
Yeah.
It's
awful.
so bad. Anyway, moving on.
Cherry chasing dot muncher. We got Tate on the left looking gorgeous in prison, and then on the right, Mr. Donald Trump.
What
Wait,
was
guys,
the context of this?
can someone
I
also
don't
explain this to
understand.
me because I don't
Yeah.
even know
What
what
does this even
means.
mean?
Cherry chasing, as in like popper cherry, like
Yeah.
version chasing, and then
But I don't know
dot
what
muncher,
muncher.
like .com, but dot muncher.
No, no, I don't
I
think
don't
that's
want to
what
know
it
what
is.
you think it is at all.
I'm
Dot
pretty sure I
muncher?
know
Like
what I'm
butt
pretty sure I know
muncher?
what it is. Yeah,
Like
Dot, like an
butthole
asshole?
muncher.
that's what I think. Yeah, because it's
Cherry, so virgin chasing asshole eater is what this translates to.
and specifically young.
I thought that this
Thanks.
breed of straight man didn't believe in eating ass because they're like too macho for that.
Well,
don't
that's
know.
why it's a
I
joke
just-
because it's homophobic punchline. You know,
I see.
That's why it's funny.
because it's homophobic.
And I think it's Tate who's notorious for trafficking very young women. I think that's why.
I just
that's why.
don't.
That's
think,
where my head went because of specifically him. I
mean,
I don't.
I can't
I don't
imagine.
think.
I can't imagine Donald Trump said this. Would be
No,
my
I don't
guess.
think Donald Trump has the lingo for this.
Right.
I was gonna
this-
say if I didn't know the I was gonna say colloquialism. I'm trying to find a different word. If I didn't know dot muncher, then Donald Trump definitely doesn't know dot
Yeah.
muncher. So
Yeah.
I
All
might
right,
be
I'm
wrong.
gonna
I
say-
might be wrong. I might be wrong.
No,
about
he
this.
said-
guys,
No.
if Trump said this,
Trump's-
I'm gonna be shocked. Actually.
Trump still looks at like print magazines for porn, so I don't think he knows what dot muncher is.
I mean,
I'm gonna go
Also,
with
guys, I
Andrew
don't-
Tate.
wait, hold on, maybe. Actually.
I'm going with
I mean,
Tate. Final answers.
I
Hey.
personally like to just blame everything on Donald Trump, but I think this was Tate actually.
Okay, so
Yeah,
we have
I'm gonna
3
say
Tates, 4 Tates.
Who's not a white man. Sorry.
The purpose of this slide was more pointed to those who get it, get it. This is the only curveball I'll be throwing you guys. Not
Was it
us,
Trump?
folks. It was actually Ralph from Disney's
Oh,
acclaimed.
shit.
I'm
What?
screaming. We thought about this way too hard. That's so
It was
Uh,
Ralph from
genius.
Wreck-It Ralph.
And I turned it. I
Chasing
turned it. And I
dot
turned it
muncher.
into this dirty.
Wow.
We
I
all
was-
did.
I was
We were
really about to
fucking
be like
translating it from
urban.
Tumblr porn.
Holy shit! Fuck you,
Urban
Paul. Fuck
Dictionary.
you, Paul.
Do you think Wreck-It Ralph is a munch?
I think munch is
I
a good thing,
think
and
that's
everyone
what
should
should
aspire to be one.
Here we have for number
What
4,
is this?
open quote, the fact that you think they could hide plans for something, referring to Jewish people, like that shows you know nothing about Jews. They're notoriously bad at hiding. Just look at World War II, close quote. Is it the Cancel Culture podcast,
Oh God.
or is it Matt Rife here on the right?
Can we talk about
I
this
think
picture
we
of Matt
said it.
Rife though? It looks
Yeah,
like
what a babe.
I
Is
couldn't
he-
find a non-handsome photo of Matt Rife.
Oh, I was not thinking that he was handsome. I was thinking this is like a humanoid.
I was gonna
I
say
don't
he
know.
looks like a vampire.
Looks like a Lego.
He's-
He looks
he's
like a
looks
Lego.
Like a
Cullen.
Lego.
I think I remember when this was said, and I'm pretty sure it was Evan.
Do you? I don't think it was Evan.
Well,
I
I
feel
think-
like it was
I think
Sarah.
it was one of our
it was
jokes.
Sarah. Was it one of our jokes?
I think it was
We
It
one
might
of
have
our
been
for
one of
you?
our jokes.
I don't remember, but I also
Plot
just
twist,
want to
it's
point
gonna be
out that
Jamie.
we made it could have been we made a
It's a solid joke.
podcast episode about Matt Rife, about like his like his first ever professional stand up, I think, when he was like 17 or
Yes.
something.
Yes.
And he has since blown the fuck up on TikTok. Has anyone noticed that he's everywhere on TikTok now?
Yeah.
No, but you think that was us? You think we
I
led to his
I
Yeah, it
take
was
fame?
us.
credit.
It was copy and pasted into the doc, so I'm unaware. I think it was an in real time writing to have Evan.
Mm.
I think it was. Yeah,
It was a joke we wrote for Evan. I stand by it. I think it's funny.
It's
I
very
feel like
funny.
you might have written it.
I think I did,
definitely
but
didn't write
Yeah.
it. Is
Me?
there one non-Jew in the
I think the Jews wrote it. The Jews did it.
The
Yes.
The
As
Jews
Hitler would say, the Jews did
may
it.
be greedy, but we are very funny.
All right.
Okay, next.
We have, and FYI, this was supposed to be, this wasn't just pulled as a comeback or as a comment. This was a written joke.
A pre-written
for
joke.
stand-up. Treat a lady like a whore and a whore like a lady. We got David Letterman on the right, and we got Jimmy Kimmel on the left before he found We Fit.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's
fat
crazy.
shaming.
Paul's
Little
fat shaming.
Whoa.
I was fat.
Wow.
He said before.
Paul said I was fat. I'm gonna say Jimmy, just because I feel like back in the day he probably said this. I don't find this inherently problematic because I think it's kind of funny, but I also want to know what the further context was.
I think this actually does sound more like Letterman, but I also think I think I've heard it before, and I think there's
Final
a chance
answer.
Paul's pulling a fast one, and that it's neither of these. So I think it's a trick question.
Uh-oh.
What's your final anscer?
He thinks it's
Zero
neither.
points.
Trick
He
question.
says neither. It was
Hey!
Letterman.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Man himself. For our audio only friends, Elena, people who menstruate, I'm sure there used to be a word for those people. Someone help me out. Wumbin,
Illiterates.
Woo Mood. And we have J.K. Rowling on the left, and then Mr. Ben Shapiro makes another cameo. Here
All
once
right.
again.
J.K. Rowling.
JK.
Yeah.
JK. I remember this one. JK Rowling. Everybody
her
says
tweet,
JK
right?
Rowling.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jake. It was definitely Jake.
Uh,
I mean,
we were all
I
right.
saw the tweet in real time.
Yeah, me
guys.
too.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, me
crazy.
too.
Wild. No, wait,
Oh
Mariana.
god. Oh god.
Illiterate. Oh, here we go.
The government is putting chemicals in the water that turn the freaking frogs gay. The majority of frogs in the United States are gay. We have Alex Jones on the left and our very own Evan Shapiro.
Alex Jones.
Why this photo? Oh no.
Alex Jones.
That
It's
was
like
me
one of my
dancing.
favorite videos.
By the way, that picture of me dancing, if you had the whole picture there, that's me and Dan Harmon.
All
I don't
right.
like
Oh.
that.
There was a reason he cropped it out.
We don't give free clout here, Evan. We don't-
Right.
I'm
Do
gonna go
anything
with
for
I'm
clout.
gonna go with Alex Jones. I
Yeah.
trust that my father wouldn't say this.
It's like one of my favorite videos. Is him saying
Although
that.
it is
So
kind of
funny.
great.
That is kind of great. I'm going with Jones too. What is on his head? What is this picture?
Tin foil. It's supposed to be his tin foil hat.
see.
That's Evan. Then his hair.
Oh, okay, cool.
Look how dark my
Answer?
hair is there.
What's the answer?
Oh,
No way.
Shapiro.
Wait, Evan, did
When
you
did I
vote
say
in this
that?
round? Wait, did
no,
Evan
it
even
was
vote?
Alex Jones. It was Alex.
It was Alex Jones.
Yeah.
It was like I've
Don't
seen
play
it.
us
When did I
like
say
that.
I love when I see on TV the police hit them with the baton, put them in a chokehold, but then when they put them in a car, they pat them on the head. Don't want you to hit your head on the way in. We got Jay Leno on the left, Jerry Seinfeld on the right.
I
Which one?
think I
Seinfeld.
remember this.
This
It's
was
Seinfeld.
Donald J. This was Donald J. Trump.
He did also
He
tell
did.
this joke.
He did also tell this joke.
Yeah, this is a callback to one of our episodes.
It is, yeah.
Seinfeld's final
yeah.
answer.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think he might have been
Seinfeld.
talking
And
to Jay
Donald J.
Leno,
Trump.
though. I think he was talking to Jay Leno when he
It
said
was.
Guys,
it was
I
Jerry
love that the B
Seinfeld.
movie B is just him.
Oh God.
Best project yet. I think we all agree on that.
All right.
My biggest fears is my son growing up and being gay. If I can prevent my son from being gay, I will. We got Kevin Hart on the left, in his bird bath, and then Bill Burr on the right, doing
I
his
think
best.
it's Bill.
That's
It's also-
Bill Burr. That is the weirdest photo of Bill Burr. I would not have known.
it's
that
a
was
very,
him.
very, very old photo of Bill Burr.
Honestly, guys, he kind of slays. I bet you he was bowling. Like, holy cow,
Elena,
guys. Hold
I don't want to
on.
know. I don't want to know that you
Dude.
find Bill Burr. At that
Dude,
same
Bill
time.
Burr-
A young
Bill
Bill
Burr-
Get out
Burr
of here.
was hot, apparently.
Bill
Get
Burr walks
out
so
of
Miles
here.
Teller could run.
Stop. Both of you
So-
stop. Get out of here.
Clearly
Okay.
wrong.
Oh, did we
So-
catch up? I don't think
Yeah.
I did. Why is he
Commit.
holding a toothbrush? What is
Because
happening?
he's
Because
always
he'll
like
sell
producing
anything.
any
Talk
products.
about
Yeah.
Talk about a
Does he-
horror.
Puts it up. At the
Hey
top.
now.
A hustler.
Oh.
What if I worked at Five Guys? Would I need a sex change? Here on the left, we have Dave Chappelle, infamous, anti-transgender. And on our right, our very own Mariana. Welcome to the party.
What does
think it
one
was
have
me.
to do with the other?
I feel like this was Mariana, and also I don't quite understand what
It
they
was
have
me.
to
Why would you
do
need
with
a sex
Mariana.
I remember saying
Because
that.
it's called Five.
Oh,
It's
no.
called Five Guys.
Oh.
It's actually pretty funny.
It goes
Thank
over
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you. It
Well,
was me.
Mariana just owned up to it, so I'm gonna go with Mariana.
Well, everyone does get 20 points. It was indeed Mario.
Oh my god.
That's a
this
great
photo.
banana fit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Mariana, you have to come to the episodes in a banana costume from now on.
She
I
came.
don't
She
have
came
it
in. You don't have
In
it
New
anymore.
York. I have it in Mexico.
New York.
I don't have it
You
in New
still have
York.
it.
I have it in Mexico. I wore that Halloween costume from 5th grade to 12th grade of senior year of high school. Every year. It was like a thing. It was like a
I
gag
love
that I would
that.
wear it every day, like every year on Halloween. I would wear
That's
that.
How did it
Amazing.
fit? How did it fit?
It was just stretchy, I guess. I don't know.
I mean,
you
it's
just
a
haven't
big-ass
grown.
banana. Yeah,
you,
I was gonna
as
say.
we've seen from your baby photos, you're the same person.
Yeah.
Also, guys, that's a
Impressive.
big ass banana.
And
know what I'm
just to
saying?
give a lowdown, everybody has 90 except Evan, who has 80. And I know now we're anxiously awaiting the big
That's the
gift guide.
prize.
Excited? I'll have to make copies, but are you ready?
Yeah.
Can I get a drum roll, Mariana?
Oh, just Mariana.
I can't drum
Okay.
roll.
It's a picture, well, not a picture, an NFT of a personal design from myself of me walking my dog.
It actually looks like you're doing something else to your dog. Actually.
But what are you talking about? You see the leash. You see the leash.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see the
I see the
leash.
leash.
I see the leash.
He's like choking his dog.
Wait,
Yes.
the mustache is everything.
That's
Also,
my favorite part.
Can
is
I
the
ask a
mustache.
question? Does the NFT? Do we get the NFT? It's like a good picture of the
Fraction
drawing,
wise.
or do we get
Oh.
the shadow of you?
I was gonna say,
taking
do we get the
photo in
hand
it?
shadow?
I have a question. How old were you when you made this?
It was yesterday.
This is-
This was
6
about
hours
5
ago.
hours ago.
Yeah.
No.
Hey.
Wait, Paul,
The
answer
name
my
is-
question.
is French. Sorry, Jamie. Yes.
Do we get the picture with the shadow in it, with your hand shadow of taking the photo, or does the NFT come without that?
No, thank you for asking. So the name is French. I love walking my dog, but in French. And no, that shadow being cast is part of the artistic.
Wait,
I
Part of the
love
artwork.
that. I love that. I want to
commentary.
frame
The
this
shadow
and
It's
hang it on
commentary.
my wall.
In
Oh
Marjorie.
my
I
god.
It's a
totally
hard-
got. Oh my god! I totally thought Sheehan said chicken, and I was like, "What?" I was so confused. I read it wrong. I was like, "What does it say, chicken?"
All right, well, this has been a great episode, I think, of cancel culture. We've covered
Mostly,
everything
yeah.
from, I would say, except for the parts where Evan talks. We have everything from Mariana's introduction to Andrew Tate to Who Said It, and we'll catch you here next time on Cancel Culture.
Cancel
Culture.
Podcast.